Hey, how you doing today? My name is Relyea, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are playing Hollow Knight, and I wanted to go over some of the biggest taboos in Hollow Knight, the things that you shouldn't do when you're playing the game. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. I mean, are you really doing it wrong? Probably not, but maybe you didn't even know this is an option. Like not talking to Elderbug? That makes you a terrible person. Like why would you do that? Who wants to? Also, when you do that, it gives you a slightly different dialogue. So what we're doing today is stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. After you skip talking to the Elderbug, the second most heinous thing you can do in this game is killing Relyea. Absolutely terrible. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Next up is killing the nailsmith, and if you do it with your nail, that's one thing he asked for, but killing him with a spell, or even worse, killing him with Defender's Crest, that's terrible. Don't do that. Possibly the hardest working bug in all of Hollow Nest has got to be the Mender bug. He's the one who goes through and fixes the signs. So if you kill him, none of the signs get fixed, so that's another thing. Kind of taboo, don't kill the Mender bug. You don't need to. The music in Hollow Knight is so good that playing with the music off it's like a crime. So you really shouldn't do this unless you're going to be listening to my Lo-Fi Hollow Knight gaming music, which I'll throw on in the background for the rest of the video. Go check that out. This next one, I saw people take kind of both sides. They said it's wrong if you do it and wrong if you don't do it. And what I'm talking about is saving Cloth or letting Cloth live. So if you talk to Cloth here in the failed tramway, and then you talk to her again at the tram, once you find Cloth here, she will then show up in the Queen's Gardens and help you out with a particular fight. And once there, this happens. Cloth will actually jump in and help you with the fight. Like, how awesome is this? The only downside is that Cloth will get killed in this fight, helping you out. I mean, it's good and bad, right? Cloth wanted to fight and die in a glorious battle, right? Cloth wanted to face her fears, and that's what happened right here. So that thing, that part is, some people were all for it, some people were against it. I get it. But the most taboo thing is once Cloth dies, just using her dream nail on her like that. Like, that's just rude. Like, come on, you didn't even talk to her or nothing. The next one has to deal with bowing to the nail masters. So if you learn a new ability or something like that, or if you defeat the nail masters, it's kind of rude not to bow to them. You know what I mean? This whole next section is all about showing respect. If somebody bows to you, you're supposed to bow back. I mean, if you don't, like, what are you doing? This will also go for the Mantis Lords. If they bow to you, just bow back. Just do it. Don't be rude. Not bowing to Grim and just hitting him. I feel like that's just rude. Just don't do it. All right. Next one is if you look up tutorials before you actually give yourself a chance to accomplish a task or a challenge, you shouldn't do that. I know a lot of people found me from looking at tutorials, but you should at least try the thing or search for whatever it is you're looking for. But if you're stuck, hey, I'm here for you. Along with that, if you've watched 4, 5, 6 of my tutorials and you've never subscribed, you should do it right now. I'm calling you out. A lot of you haven't, and that's okay. Except for when it's not. You should just subscribe. And if you don't want to later, you can always take it back, you know? Next is never attempting the Path of Pain. The Path of Pain's right here in the White Palace. And if you just don't ever try it, you're too afraid, like, you should reconsider. You should at least try it. Now, I'm not entirely sure if dream nailing a ghost is a good thing or a bad thing, but in particular, dream nailing Marissa, it just kind of feels bad, because then she stops singing, you never get to hear her again. But like, maybe you're sending her to a better place. I don't know. Along the same lines, in the Spirit's Glade, going through here and dream nailing all of the different ghosts, kind of not cool. Especially if you do all of the ghosts. Like, why? You don't need to do that. I mean, you're gonna get attacked. I mean, it's clearly somebody's trying to protect these ghosts. So, I mean, there must be a reason not to do it, right? Somebody cares so much. Along those same lines is dream nailing all of the ghosts, so in that way Revik feels like a failure. And then also just getting rid of Revik, like, okay, you do you, I guess. So going through and not saving the grubs, I feel like that's not cool. Look how sad they get when they leave. They're so sad. But I really want to know what's worse, ignoring the grubs or saving all of the grubs and having this happen with the grub father. You tell me. What's worse? Who's the real monster here? Some people say letting Zote pass away is taboo, but I honestly prefer it. He ended my my Pantheon runs so many times, not just P5, but also, what is it, P3, I think it is. I hate you so much, Zote. I hate you, and I know I'm not the only one. Last but not least is using a cheat to come over here and give yourself invincibility in order to complete the Pantheons, whether you're using it to just get by the Pantheons or to beat the Pantheons with all bindings or whatever else. That's probably one of the most taboo things in my opinion in the game, and that's because you didn't earn the achievement, you didn't do the thing, you're just cheating. And last but not least, the most taboo thing, which is, I personally think the last thing was the most taboo thing in the game, but this is probably the most community-driven one, and that is saying that Hornet is void. Hornet, you're void. She's like, no, I'm not. You could be. Probably not. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comments below, and I'll talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.